Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? How's everybody this morning? Good morning. Good to see you all. Happy full moon in Leo. We're having a full moon. I just got finished dancing with Adina. So, hey James, how you doing? So I had a plant medicine ceremony yesterday, and this is the result of it. And I did a ceremony that pulls out the toxins out of your body, and I learned something so incredible about myself during that ceremony, which I do generally during medicine ceremonies. Happy full moon. Hi Indigo Child. Quasi. And so we're waiting for Adina, but this ceremony is this full moon ceremony. The medicine ceremony goes in and pulls the toxins out of your body. It's a heavy detoxing ceremony, releasing toxins, and it works in your system for 7 days. And so I get to be with I actually really like it. There's something about it that I really like. I cannot explain it, but I like when I know that my body is actually engaged in the healing process and that I am supporting it. And so one of the things that I'm really detoxing is my, what do I want to call it? My addiction to scarcity, my addiction to feeling unworthy and like I'm not enough, or like my needs are not met, because we're in this Leo energy, and the Leo energy is the energetics of luxury and royalty and opening your heart and freedom and this childlike experience. And so all the places in my life where I have not been really willing to embody that is what's coming up for releasing. And I have Mars in Leo, and Mars is the body. And so my body is actually having an experience of this energy because, right. Let me tell you, these cats will not leave me alone. They are on me this morning. So I'm waiting for Adina to come. Where is she? She said she was on her way. I don't see her. Okay. I'm here. Okay, come on in. So I feel like I've been hanging out with Mike Tyson. They're really cute. Okay. So the full moon is today, and today is a Mercury day. And Mercury is at the first degree of Aquarius. Now, Mercury is still in its retrograde shadow. And Mercury in Aquarius is really understanding that your mind and the mind of God are one thing.
Morning!
Good morning! I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yay! So I was just saying, thank you so much. Everybody was saying happy full moon in Leo.
Happy full moon, everybody.
So I was just saying that we're having a Mercury day, and Mercury, as we know, is our mind. It's the negotiator, right? It's our communication. It's how we talk. It's how we think. But the thing that's very significant about Mercury is to understand that everything in this reality is mental. Everything comes. This is a mental reality. First and foremost, your thoughts, your speaking is what you are actually experiencing. And so that's the most important thing to understand about Mercury, that you are the driver in your experience. Ain't nobody, so you think somebody else is doing something to you because you think it, then it's true. Mm-hmm. If you think that nobody has any power over you because you think it, then it's true. And so that's the understanding of Mercury and how it works. It's so profoundly subtle. It's like Mercury never lets you off the hook because if you say it, then it's so. If you think it, then it's so. If you feel it, then it's so. And there's such a level of responsibility and power in that and understanding. And so it's very important. This is why rituals are important, right?
Right.
Because there's no way you can get yourself in, you know, like there's so much information coming through. So
you can't fake that. You can't fake and be like, I wasn't really thinking. I was just playing. Mercury like, no, you wasn't.
Exactly.
I know what you intended. Whatever.
That's right. You can't lie to yourself. And you can't lie. That's right. That's the significance here. And so in Aquarius, Aquarius is the mind of God. So it's literally the highest form of thought. It's highly creative, and it's highly creative, and it's visionary. It's who you're becoming, right? So the thoughts you had yesterday are what you are experiencing today.
Okay. So make it good for tomorrow, people. Start today to make it good for tomorrow.
That is what I'm talking about. Like, we are in a constant state of creation, and wherever we are in our reality is what we created the day before or something of that sort, right? So it's very important to ritualize your life so that you are in creative synchronicity with the universe, with the cycles, with other people, because otherwise you'll just be dragged by the current that is negativity or despair or depression, because that can be the overwhelming thing that's going on. So,
and that's the design, you know, the TV, the social media, the radio. That is the design. That is the agenda. So do you want to be dragged, or do you want to create it?
That's right.
I want to create it. That's what we do.
Me too. Me too. And so the first degree is the degree of innocence, right? And innocence is so significant. And many of us don't think ourselves innocent, but we're all innocent, right? Like, it's so important to really embody this understanding of innocence, that, you know, we come here to this planet and we forget. We forget that we've lived many lifetimes. We forget that we've known this stuff. We forget that everything. So we become like babies, right? Like, you come in like a baby, like not knowing, and then you spend so much time in that small frame body without your consciousness and having to learn the language that you then forget all that you knew. By the time you're 7 years old, you forget.
Yeah, you starting fresh. Yeah.
And so the innocence, go ahead.
But think about how we lost our innocence. I remember growing up, and my early years, I went to Catholic school in Chicago. My mother is a product of Catholic school too. And they really just drill in that you're a sinner and that, you know, you're not innocent unless you get baptized, and unless somebody sprinkles some water on your head, you know, you're a filthy rag, or, you know, all this other stuff. And that just didn't, I'm like, I'm a little kid. Like, what? Like, it didn't, like, I didn't understand it. And I would ask questions, and they're like, you're just supposed to believe it. Well, why can't I ask the question? Why didn't it stand up to the questioning? So why do you come out encouraging people to feel less than right out the gate? You know, we're talking about that kind of stuff, like from our earliest emanation. Yes. Telling a baby they're a filthy rag. I mean, that's ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous.
It is, because that is the trick of this white European system. When you talk about Catholicism, right? It's like Catholicism is evil. I mean, really, these priests are raping children. Like, we can go in, and then we take their doctrine and buy into it. Yeah. And it's probably one of the biggest religions in the world, right? And it's anchored in something that is completely in opposition to our soul agreements here. And so the question is, like, how do we get over the thing that's happening about this full moon that I love? The full moon comes in at 8:57 Western time. No, I'm sorry. Yes, Western time. Pacific time, exactly. And then at 11:57 Eastern Standard Time, but it's coming in on a Saturn hour. And the Saturn hour is about our karma. It's the cause and effect. And so we get to look at the things that we have believed, that we have stepped into and allowed ourselves to believe that are not true. And many of us have it, right? Like I know when I was young, I used to believe that like sex was a sin if you weren't married. That was some Christian doctrine. That is absolutely not true. What is a sin is if you are acting against your own well-being.
Yeah.
That's what sin is to act against yourself, to act against your heart, to act against your body. That is the only thing that is a sin. But you define that divinity. For you define what is against you. There is no religion that can tell you how your unique individuality and your connection to spirit can flow. It's just not available.
I want to hold in my hand, and maybe some folks who are on this with us today, how good it feels to see myself as innocent and precious. You know, doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what you have done, doesn't matter what you have been through, but just hold yourself as precious. You know, my grandmother saw me as precious. I told you my grandmother called me doll. And every time she said that, I felt precious. I felt special. And it's not special to negate anyone else. It's just innate in my own self. And to hold that view of myself as special and precious. I want us all to do that and see how you feel and see how you treat yourself when you think of yourself that way. You know, some stuff you're not going to have because you're precious. You're innocent.
Yes.
You are God, goddess on the planet.
Yes. That's so beautiful.
Yeah. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to do anything. Just right now, you're precious. You're special. You are loved. I see a lot of hearts going up. I think folks are feeling that.
That's really beautiful. It's so true because it's so significant in this Leo energy. And as we are in Black history, you know, we're having this experience of Black history. What is it for us to see ourselves as precious? That's so powerful.
Because like everybody give yourself a hug, like, ooh, you're so look.
Right.
Girl, you precious.
Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so precious.
Oh, girl, yes.
I just want you to know that Adina and I just get finished dancing, and she was like, this woman, she is a dancing queen. I just love it. It's so good. It's so fun. So today is a really beautiful day for us to step into this power, right? This royalty, right? And I want us to understand that these narratives come from within us. Like we live in a world that has given us a false queen and a false king and all of that. And really all of those things have just been duplicated out of what we created in Africa before we came to this system, and they have had their turn. And now the question is, what is your the DNA? Royalty is in your DNA. I mean, really. And I feel like in my mind I'm like, damn it, I don't want to quote a Kendrick Lamar song because that's not, I really don't want to.
It's in your DNA.
So he is from Compton, and I get it, right? But it's true. It's in your DNA, and you have to remember who you are. You have to awaken to the truth of your essence. Yeah. And there are many aspects to you. And here's the thing that's significant. The universe, everybody has everything to varying degrees, right? To varying degrees. Everyone has everything to varying degrees. And those of us who have melanin have high rates of carbon and power and electricity and energy. And that gives us a significant way of functioning on this planet here, right? We are, I've made a post here that talked about how they're using melanin now in computer chips.
I saw that.
That's right. That's right. But they've been using melanin and everything. And what you need to understand about this time that we're moving into is that melanin, you having melanin means you can program your environment. You have dominion over your environment through your consciousness, right? So when I can't find something on my phone or I can't do something, I I just communicated with it telepathically, because the melanin in me is going to charge into the melanin in the system, and I always get where I'm trying to go. And as for those of us who are more mature, we might not be as savvy with this device, right? Because but what I'm saying is that there is an energetic within you that is aligned to it, and you can speak to it if you just relax yourself, calm yourself down, and then begin to say, here's what I need, and what would it look like for this, and literally it will show up if you begin to believe it and trust it, because because of the melanin, you can program the environment. So if you're going to work, right? If you're a melanated person and you're going to work, you program what you want your work day to look like. You see it in your mind, you feel it in your body, you charge your melanin, you do some ritual around it, and when you go to work, that everyone will have to be subject to you who is not conscious. People who are unconscious, and even people who are non-melanated, even if they're conscious, they're going to be subject to you because their power is not as great as yours. Am I making sense?
Yeah, it's making a lot of sense. It's like we have power that we've just been using irresponsibly because we didn't know. Like other people have been using our power. We're the host for that. But now we're unplugging from that, and we're deciding how we want to use our power. So it's there for you to use. It's right. It's like as close as your nose. It's literally right there.
It's literally just right here.
Try something small. Like if you don't believe what we're saying, try something small and see. You'd be like, oh, there are my keys. Oh, damn. Oh, there's my phone. Oh, the light is mine. I mean, really start test it for yourself and see. Then you don't have to believe us. You know for yourself. We know. And we programming big stuff.
I'm telling you, you can. Like literally, they cannot have power over us if we understand, especially if they're going to try to use melanin as the power.
Heck no. All they're doing is making everything magnetic for us. Keep using it. Thank you.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to us because we are the builders.
Come back to mama. Come on back to mama.
And so I really just encourage people, do the work. You got to heal your trauma though, right? Like that's the most challenging part, is healing the disbelief, healing the codes, releasing the codes of inferiority and unworthiness, because you have to believe that you can do it. You have to actually know that what you're doing is going to have an effect. Hi, King Tut. Oh my God, he is so cute.
Even my cat got melanin.
That is right. And so you want to do things like sit out in the sun and charge your body, and then when you're in the sun, see the things in your mind that you want to have happen the way you want them to have it, right? And the more you begin to release trauma, you will get closer and closer and closer into the experience of you being able to consciously create your reality.
Ashe.
Ashe. So with that, the moon today is a full moon in Leo, and really my suggestion is that you open up your heart and just be in the most playful, lighthearted spirit that you can. And even though this energy is coming in on Saturn hour, which is hard, which is about structure and discipline. That's what it is. Saturn is about structure and discipline and time. So what you want to be doing is looking at your relationship to time, creating a new relationship to time, understanding that you can program time. You can program, right? It's like you can program all of these things. And so with that, I want to let everybody know that we're having a full moon meditation tonight. It's tonight at 6:30, so you can go register in my link tree for it. I look forward to seeing everybody there. Anything you want to share, Adina, before we leave out of here?
If people want to dance with me, we have belly dance classes in the Washington, D.C. area 3 times a week, and we're also online. So no matter where you are, you can check us out. So hit me up on Adina1000 on IG, or Belly Dancer without the S of color. That's on IG as well. So online and even private classes. So if you want to dance and get into your femininity and get into your flow, unlock your sacral chakra, unlock your solar plexus, unlock really all those lower chakras to get that energy moving up and out and release some of the trauma. I'm here for that all day.
Oh my gosh. And it is so good. I want y'all to know, like, Dancing with Adina has helped me really begin to play in my body and having to, and then also getting inside of my body and trusting what I feel and being in the flow. And I love the videos that you have been posting with your dance partners.
Oh, thank you.
They're so fun. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're just having fun together. So that's what it's all about. We should post some of our videos, Mo. I'm gonna look at some of our stuff and we can post it. We're like, look at Mo getting it.
Okay. Anyway, yes, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So with that, you all have a beautiful full moon. I look forward to seeing everybody tonight. This is a virtual meditation and ritual. Please register, and we're going to have a really good time calling our power back to us. And then check out Adina's stuff, because the dancing is an empowering ritual that is like heals the heart, heals the body, heals the image, your self-image. All of that is really powerful.
Shake it out. Shake it out.
Right. All right. Have a beautiful day, sister. I love you.
Love you too. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
love y'all. Mwah, mwah, mwah.